Okay, 3.6 is inequality word problem. So we're going to translate to an inequality this time. Remember, inequality just means it has less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater or equal to, and then we'll solve the inequality after. Okay, but we're just going to translate it first, and the solving will be easy. Okay, let's read the first one. It says 3 times a number. Remember, when we see the word number, we think, oh, that's the x. Okay, so 3 times x, 3x. Decreased by 7. Okay, now we get to the word is. That normally means equals, but it's is greater or equal to. So is greater or equal to is going to be, that's simple, 11. Okay, that's the translate part. Once it's translated, you just have to solve it like normal. No worries. Okay, let's go ahead and solve. Okay, so my answer is x is greater or equal to 6. So when you're solving, just remember, be careful. You can't switch around the order of things. And if you divide by a negative, we change it. Let's try the next one. Okay, twice a number, 2x. Plus 11. Okay, and then when we see is, we normally think equals, but let's keep reading. Is less than, or just less than. No, not less, just less than, not equal to. So is less than 19. Right? Just solve. Okay, so my answer is x is less than 4. Okay, let's try the next one. Product is times. So 4 times x, 4x. Increased by 13. Okay, there's the is greater than, okay, 5. And then we solve. Okay, let's read the next one. 5 increased by plus. Okay, so 5 plus product is times. So times 3 and x. 3x. Is normally tells me equals, but is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to negative 10. Let's go ahead and solve it. X is less than or equal to negative 5. Okay, what do we have now? 5 times a number, 5 times x, 5x, decreased by 11. There's is less than the sum. Uh-oh, sum is add. Add x and 9. Okay, and then once you translate it, go ahead and solve it. I'm going to minus the x over. If your solving's a little different, it's fine. Just be careful. Make sure you keep the correct things on the correct side of the inequality. Okay, x is less than 5. Okay, let's see. Number 6, twice a number, 2x. Increased by 30 is greater than. Okay, sum, let's add. Ooh, so we're going to add 5 times x and 12. Okay, solve this one carefully because we got a lot going on. Let's see, should we minus the 5x? Let's minus the 5x. If you don't like positive or negative, you could minus the 2x. Negative 3x plus 30 Okay, because I made the x coefficient negative, I have to be a little bit careful. Since I'm dividing by a negative here, on both sides I need to switch this to the opposite direction. So I got x is less than 6. Okay, if you did it differently, you would have gotten 6 is greater than x, which is also correct. Okay, let's keep going. If you're looking ahead, it's fine. Just check your answers at the end. Okay, quotient is divide. We're going to have like a fraction, something over fraction. Quotient of a number, so quotient of x and 3. So x over 3 is greater or equal to 11. That wasn't bad. Okay, since that's x divided by 3, I'm going to go ahead and times 3 on both sides. 33. X is greater or equal to 33. Okay, let's try it. Oh, another quotient. Okay, quotient of a number. So x divided by 5. X over 5 increased by 10 is at least. Now, at least is a little bit of a tricky one because it kind of sounds like less than, but it's actually not. So if you have to be at least 18 to buy a lottery ticket, you can be 18 or higher. So if you're at least 2, you're 2 or higher. So you're actually greater or equal to 2. At least is tricky. It's 2 and higher. 2's the minimum, but you can be higher. It's also on the front. If you forget, you can just keep checking the list on the front. X divided by 5, so I'm going to times 5 on both sides. So x is greater or equal to negative 40. Okay, the next ones are similar, but they just have more words. It's not a big deal, just some words. Okay, twice Anna's height increased by 12. So what do we got Anna's height. Now you can pick any letter you want for Anna's height. Should we pick Anna's letter or X? Either way is fine. I'm going to do 2a. Twice Anna's height increased by 12 must be at least. It doesn't say is, but I know it needs to be is at least. Okay, at least is 60 or higher, so it should be greater or equal to 60. At least 60. 60 and higher. Okay, if you picked X too, that's fine. Some people like X. I'm fine with whichever letter you pick. What's 60 minus 12? 48? Okay, so Anna's height is greater or equal to 24 inches, which is honestly kind of short. Let's try the next one. Richard's weight plus 35 pounds. Okay, let's pick a letter for Richard's weight. If you want to use X, you use X every time. I have no problem with that. I'm going to pick R. Richard's weight plus 35 pounds cannot be more than 50. Cannot be more than 50. So it can be 50, but it can't be more than 50. So it's got to be less than or equal then, because it can't be more than, so it could equal, it could be less than. Okay, let's go for it. Minus 35. Okay, so R is less than or equal to 15, which is not very much. So hopefully Richard is some kind of bunny or something. Okay, couple more. Okay, Joe must earn more than $50. More than 50. Okay, so I think this is going to be more than 50. I don't know what the other side is, but that side looks like more than 50. Okay, he earns $3 per ticket plus $20 fee. How many tickets must he sell? So I'm going to pick T for tickets. So $3 per ticket plus $20 flat fee. $3 per ticket plus $20 more than 50. I think that works. Let's try it. so tickets are greater than 10. So he's got to sell more than 10 tickets. Okay, one more question. Okay, student council has $120 plus $5 per homecoming ticket sold. If they are trying to raise at least 200, how many tickets must they sell? Okay, I'm going to pick T for tickets. You can pick X, I don't mind. Let me read it again. Okay, student council has $120 plus $5 per ticket sold. If they're trying to raise at least 200, they want to raise 200 or more. So they could have equal 200, but they want more. At least is 200 or more, so greater than or equal to. Okay, let's solve. Okay, so T is greater or equal to 16. So how many tickets must they sell? Must sell at least 16 tickets.